Hello lovely people of the world, my name is Megingjörð, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider Underworld. In the previous episode, we conquered Xilbalba, and by conquered I mean we opened the gates to Xilbalba, or something like that. And in today's video we'll be going through the Midgard Serpent. Now the first thing I want to bring up is this switch over here. It will not work because it's missing a jaguar head. So there's nothing we can do about that right now, but it's something that you definitely want to remember for a little bit later. And as we go through this area, there's one more thing that I want to mention, and oh my god, the intro for this video. For whatever reason, Tomb Raider Underworld is just that Let's Play where I always struggle with the intros for every single one of these recording sessions, no matter what I do. So, I don't know why it's this Let's Play in particular, but I always seem to have a hard time with these intros. Now that ramp over there, that is the source of a headache amongst the entirety of the Tomb Raider community for one reason, and that's a game-breaking glitch. In the previous level, when you were activating the calendar puzzles, if you decided to go through the first crossroad area before taking care of the first calendar puzzle, I mentioned this in previous episodes, so you can go check that out if you want a little bit more clarification on that. But if you decide to go on that crossroad before taking care of the calendar puzzle, that ramp will not appear. So this makes it a little bit difficult to beat this level, and by difficult I mean you can't even get past that first jump. So if you run into that glitch, the easiest thing to do would be to just reload to an earlier autosave where you're at the beginning of the southern Mexico area, so you can replay through the area and take care of the calendar puzzle before doing anything else. So that's all you need to do. I don't believe there's anything like that on the Wii version, although there is an interesting glitch that I'll talk about in due time. But as for right now, what you want to do, you want to climb across this pole and jump over here, and whee! Activating that ramp and then going over here, we're going to see... Oh no! It's Aragog from Wow. Alright, so I'm kind of sad that I don't have this footage anymore. I deleted it because I was really mad at that recording session. It's just one of those things where I didn't like how it was going, and I deleted it out of frustration, and now I kind of wish that I kept it. But when I jumped on the wall up there trying to get to the second pole, there was something kind of funny that happened where I glitched through the wall, and it was just really weird. I really wish I kept that footage. Yeah, I'll try for a little bit to try and replicate that glitch. Alright, I spent a couple minutes trying to get that glitch to work, and I couldn't get it to work, so that's unfortunate. If I can find footage of it on YouTube, and if somebody's nice enough to let me use it, I'm probably going to have a clip on screen somewhere during this video. But as for right now, we're just going to move on with no rap music or fast dancing. So without further ado, let's head this way. There's a health pack somewhere along the staircase. I don't feel like grabbing right now because I don't need no sticking health packs.
The Lords of Xilbalba were said to kill visitors for sport by sending them into devious trap rooms.
Alright, so I believe there are going to be some spider enemies. Yep, there are. Alright, so let's go take care of these dudes. And fun story, this isn't the first appearance of a giant spider enemy in the Tomb Raider series. I believe that honor goes to Tomb Raider 2. And when I was a kid, when I wanted to look for a new Tomb Raider game to play, what I usually do is look up what enemies were in the game, so that if like I was scared of some kind of animal or something like that, then I wouldn't play it. I was a weird kid. But in Tomb Raider 2, just something about the way the giant spiders looked in that game just really freaked me out when I was little. So I didn't play that game for a long time, and do I have that game? I don't think I do. I think I've only played a demo of Tomb Raider 2, but yeah, they don't bother me anymore. But I remember when I was a kid, I was like really terrified of the way the giant spiders looked in Tomb Raider 2. They never bothered me in this game though, so I don't know why they didn't in that game. But anyway, none of that matters right now because we now have an artifact. So let's go over here. And speaking of the artifacts, there are a lot of them in this level. There are 20 to be exact. And that's not even the most... It looks like the spider's holding the stick. That's amusing. what was I saying? This isn't even the level that has the most awards in it. I believe a future level will have like 29 or something like that. So that's going to be really fun. You can think of this as like a kind of a precursor to a future Let's Play where we're going to have a lot of collectibles to record in single recording video thingies. So what we want to do is you want to grab on to the staffs of the Xilbalba Lord statues and spin them around. Doing so will open the door towards the different rooms we're going to be going through in this level. So basically what the whole point of this level is there is this giant stone statue thingy, and there are some missing tablets we need to find, and each of these rooms will lead to a tablet. This is a very open level. We can take care of these in any order that we want, and there's actually a lot of thought. Went into how I wanted to demonstrate all this, so that it made in a way that made sense. If that makes any sense, which probably doesn't because I was stuttering over that sentence a lot. I do apologize for that. But we can move the statue around, all spinny, and this brings me to a point I want to make about this level. The Midgard Serpent, and the next level, for that matter, are pretty worth mentioning because of the way I'm doing this Let's Play. Throughout the series, I've been switching back and forth between Xbox 360 and the Wii version to demonstrate console differences between the two. I'm not going to be doing that at all for this video, and actually, for that matter, I'm probably going to end up splitting this level into two videos because this is actually one of the longer ones in Tomb Raider Underworld, so that's probably going to be a thing that happens. I don't know, and I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this video, but you already know because of the way I'm going to end up titling this video thingy. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is this level and the Wii version are so different that I'm going to be making the Wii version its own separate video, just like what we did with Craft Manor. We'll see why when we get there, but just trust me on that. In this level right here, this room with the crushing walls and things like that, it reminds me of the first level in Tomb Raider Legend, and anything that reminds me of that game is automatically a good thing. You don't have to worry about that spider because even when they're giant, they still cannot avoid being squished. I do feel bad when spiders get squished though, because I kind of like them. My sister is deathly terrified of them, so she finds one that she will insist on me squishing it. But yeah, I feel bad for them. Alright, so what we want to do is, for the next reward, we want to go over here and grab it. That's kind of how you collect these things. And you want to be very careful because what you want to do right here, at least I think this is what I usually do, swan dive off that, and then you can go on your merry way through Path of Glory, except not because there's a jar here I want to destroy. Hooray for editing, I was looking for my notes real quick. So the next area we want to go towards, again, you can take care of any of these in any order that you want. This is just the order that I decided I'm going to be taking care of these because it makes the most sense to me. We want to go over here because there's a pole over there we can climb around. And jump. So while we go through this area, I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on what makes this level so different between this version and the Wii version. The Midgard Serpent and the next level in southern Mexico were merged into one in the Wii and PlayStation 2 versions. This isn't the only case where it's going to happen. There is another level much later in the game where this will also happen as well. So basically what I'm going to be doing is, just like what we did with Craft Manor, I'm going to be making the Wii version its own separate video. So that's the reason why we're not going to be focusing too much on that spider's trying to reach us. You can't reach me. Can't spiders climb, though? Like, couldn't it just climb up the wall or something like that? I don't know. But what I do know, we go over here, and eventually it will be able to climb up the wall. Aw, look at it. It's trying to climb to Laura. Aw, it's so cute. It can't reach me. Kind of. Are you coming? Spider. Spider, you coming? Come on, face me like a man. Face me like a manly man. Okay, I'm not gonna bother it right now. There are two awards before going to the next room we're gonna grab real quick. So let's go grab them. and I'm actually getting a little bit anxious that the spider back there will appear from behind me and scare me. That happened in a field recording. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't know. Something about the ones in this level kind of freak me out. Kind of. And that contradicts something that I said earlier when I said these spiders didn't freak me out. Next reward we'll be grabbing is over here. So that's gonna be pretty neat. And this level, room, area thingy. Why do you land on the pole? Alright, sorry for all the editing right there. I know that's probably crazy, but yeah, I'm not very good at going through this room, in case you couldn't tell. You just want to be patient going through here, and as we all know, I have no patience. So you just want to be careful so you don't get burned. This room reminds me of the Midas Palace room, where everything's on fire and things like that. And if you saw the Tomb Raider Anniversary part of the trilogy project, you should know that I'm not that big of a fan of that room. So yeah, I get a little nervous going through this area. Alright, so now that we've taken care of all that, we can go grab the tablet. Who knew Apple products existed in Mayan times? I'm sorry, that was stupid. We go over here, and just climb back over to where we came from, avoiding the fire as per usual. I mean, Laura is pretty hot, but she doesn't want to be on fire. This Laura's on fire. I'll stop. Alright. Jump. And jump. Whee! We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's try coming up here. Is this the way we want to go? No, it's not. I'm going to go back down. Watch out for the giant spider right there, because it's not invited to my birthday party. I'm sorry, spider. Like, I like you and all, but you're just not invited to my birthday party. Rude. Alright. Yeah, I had to do some editing magic right there because I didn't do a jump correctly and I fell to my deathly doom. But what we want to do is somewhere around here. We're going to go up that way. There's a grab ring we can activate. Actually, is there a reward over here? That's just a regular jar. There's just so much to remember in this area that I've been honestly really nervous about recording the Southern Mexico portion of this game in general. Would you get off me? Okay, grab over ring. Jump, climb the wall, and continue upward. Now, even though there's like a bajillion jars up here, none of them have a reward. It's really depressing. But what's not depressing is there's a health pack posting thingy right there. So that's pretty neat. But what we want to do, slide down this area, and somebody's texting me. Sorry, that was a little distracting. Another jar right here we can go grab. Collected the artifact inside. Oh, it's super shiny. Super shiny and amazing. Alright, there's a couple more rewards in this area. I believe there are 3 of them? Maybe we got the first one already. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But what I do know is there's a reward over here. There's not really that much of a hazard going to this area, aside from some enemies we'll be facing when we get out of here. There's another reward right here we can go grab, and a health potion. And just like the other... Wait, there's another one right there. Mine! Shiny! 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 It's so shiny! Alright, now this jump right here is a little weird because it looks like it's too far away, but... I didn't press the A button. This looks like it should be too far away, but no, you can make this jump. It's a little weird, but yeah, you should notice a running trend with some of these rewards where they're up on the higher part of the level thingy. This right here, this is like the only very big hazard going into this room, is that these giant spiders will appear when you leave. So that's not very nice at all. Just carefully go downward. And start this jar because I feel like it. I honestly don't know what the point of some of those jars are. There's like a bunch of them that have like absolutely nothing inside them, and it kind of bothers me, to be honest. Like, there really should be like something inside every single one of those jars. Why would they put the jar there if there's nothing inside? That's just rude. Alright then, so the next area we want to go towards, I believe I think it's right there. Yeah, it's over there. Okay, so we're going to be going this way. And I'm sorry if my commentary isn't that great. I've been looking back and forth between the notes a lot because I really want to make sure I don't miss anything. Because there are just so many rewards in this level and there's so much to remember that I'm honestly really nervous that I'm missing something. Like, thankfully, we have all the rewards we can get right now, I think. I'm going to be looking over my notes in a moment. Thankfully, I will edit that out so you won't have to suffer through me trying to figure out stuff. This right here, don't climb to the top of the pole, because if you do, you'll jump over this platform when trying to get this reward, so you definitely don't want to do that. Hooray for editing! Alright then, so what we want to do next is we want to climb across these poles with these skeletons on them. A little bit creepy, but it's nothing compared to what's in Tomb Raider 2013. I'll just say that right now. But while we go over here, there's really not much else to talk about, so there is one thing that's kind of been on my mind lately that I really want to discuss in a video. Probably makes more sense to talk about this in Nintendo Land, but I just want to talk about it right here because we're playing this game right now. During the Game Awards 2018, they announced the first DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Joker from Persona 5. And this is really exciting, and I don't even play Persona that much, but it's just really exciting because Tsubasa from Tokyo Mirage Sessions was a character that I really wanted to be playable in the game, and she's a spirit, so that makes me happy. But I'm just really glad to see like an Atlas RPG character is playable in Super Smash Bros. That's just really exciting. And what's really exciting is that Nintendo themselves are the ones who are deciding these characters. So it's not like they were like looking at fan feedback or anything like that, trying to determine whether he was going to be playable or not. Like I believe, like Joker is probably one of those characters where there was like no way he was going to be playable in the game. Ow! Owie! Ow! That looked painful. I'm sorry, Laura. Alright. Well, it's almost in puzzle in this area. So that's pretty neat. I do like these more than the quick time events from Legend Anniversary. I think they're a lot more interactive and they're just more fun in general. But yeah, going back to Joker real quick, it's really exciting because, like, just think about it. A Persona character is going to be able to use a Final Fantasy summon on the Midgard stage on a Nintendo console. That's just really exciting. And what I really want to see happen, I'm not entirely sure how likely this is, but like Persona 5, that is not a Nintendo game at all. That came out on PS3 and PS4. Maybe it'll be on Nintendo Switch in the future, I don't know, but that'd be really cool if it did. But I really think that kind of opens the door a little bit more for Lara Croft herself to be in Smash Brothers. And I really want this to happen because Lara Croft is like the big third-party character that I absolutely want in Smash Brothers. I'm not entirely sure how likely it's going to be. But I just think it'd be really cool if they did that. Alright, so I'm going to look at my notes real quick, because I'm pretty sure we're missing something. That poor spider. It never stood a chance. That's what you get for interrupting me trying to look through my notes. Before we continue onward, if you're going for 100%, when you put these statues in here, you want to make sure you have 42 artifacts before you move onward if you're going for 100%. So, if you have 42 of them, then yay, we're on our way towards 100% completion. Now, all these rewards, you do have another chance to go get these if you've missed them now, but keep in mind, all the ones outside of Xilbalba, all the ones on the outside near the calendar puzzles and things like that, you don't have another chance to go get those. So if you miss them, you're going to have to go to an earlier save if you want to go for 100%. Fast forward! So after all the statues are in the middle of the room, next thing you want to do is go over to the motorcycle. You can go back and get the reward in that room if you want, if you missed it already. You do have another chance to go grab that if you want, but next thing you want to do, move your motorcycle onto one pressure plate, stand on the other one, and the platform will rise upward. When I get to this point, I always imagine what Laura must be thinking right now, like, she's probably thinking something along the lines of, thank goodness I brought my motorcycle here so that I could use it as a pressure plate. Alright, so, going through this area, we're going towards here, and we're going to end the video off right here. So, like I said, this is a really long level, so we're probably going to end things off right now. So, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Tomb Raider Underworld, and until next time, Midgard to you. Oh yeah.
Lords of Xilbalba. The Lords of Xilbalba reportedly enjoyed using mannequins to humiliate visitors before sending them into deadly trap rooms, but they really intended to kill them outright as entertainment.